I'm from HET International. I'm CTO and head of our AI labs. And I'm honored to speak about two things today. One thing is a great experience, I think, to merge Israeli culture with German culture to create really something unique. And that's about our AI lab we built in Germany 10 years ago. And then I'm going to show you what we do there in terms of human-centered AI and where we apply it in the world and what we are creating in products out of that. So about 10 years ago, HET International, who is a leader in building AI solutions for the Internet of Things and built one of the most sophisticated projects in the world, established a lab in Darmstadt. For those of you who don't know Darmstadt, it's next to Frankfurt in the middle part of Germany. And in the last 10 years, we invested around 120 million in this lab, and the technology we built there contributed to deals in an amount of $3 billion US dollars in the meantime. It's a technology hub. We are 100 PhDs and data scientists there, focused all on building new technology and AI for the Internet of Things. And in the last couple of years, and I'm going to show you in that presentation, we focused a lot on how we can use human-centered AI for building new things in entertainment, education, and well-being, and how this impacts our life in those domains. So let me share with you what we understand with human-centered AI. So if you look at that picture, that's a scene from a mixed martial arts fight. And if the question is now, what is the status of the fighter with a box in the face? So if you want to teach a machine to understand complex situations like in such fights, and we do it naively, the machine would see maybe the fighter is smiling and infer because he's smiling, he might be happy, and because he's winning. But obviously, we as humans know it's not sufficient to look that one-dimensional on things, but we have to take the full context into account. And that's what we are working on, what we call human-centered AI. So here you see the application of our technology to mixed martial arts fight in real time. And we are analyzing here all kind of different sensor data, bringing all of that together, fusing it in order to understand what is really happening there. So if you look at for example, we're taking sensor data from the glove, from a sensor in the glove to measure how fast and how heavy certain punches are. We're measuring the body pose and body movement to analyze activities of the fighters and where they hit each other. We are analyzing audio signals from coaches, from the audience to understand how big the pressure on the fighters are. We are analyzing facial expressions and movement of fighters in the octagon to understand the different situations, fusing all of that together to interpret situations as we saw them before. And the system here actually recognized automatically that he got a very hard hit before he was smiling and could reveal basically the smile was basically to influence his opponent in order to pretend that he was not hit in a hard way. And this is an application to sports, but we have many other applications I will show you in a second. In order to cover in a very broad spectrum of input data, we created many different labs, one on computer vision, for example, one on analyzing wearable data, one on analyzing audio data. We created a lab that is focused on analyzing behavior patterns of humans out of all this input data, and also have people working on emotion recognition and what we call semantic reasoning, taking all of that information together in order to infer from all of this information, interpret complex situations. What you see here is our technology. Basically, we've created a technology platform that is able to take input data from all kinds of different input sources, from visual data, from motion data, from acoustic data, from physiological data, and analyze all elements of human behavior, from body movement, from emotions, from verbal expressions, and also our interaction with the environment, being it in sports or in kids' rooms or the music environment, and correlate all those things together. And this allows us then to answer really interesting and important questions in the world. So for example, we applied the technology in order to understand what makes us trust political leaders. We analyzed body language, expressions, facial expressions of leaders during debates, correlating that with audience reactions in order to understand how those expressions are perceived by people in terms of fake or is it real, which has a huge impact today how people are politically successful. Other questions we looked at, what does the crowd really think? So there, when in good old times when Germany still won games in football world championships, so there was a story in the 7 against 1 against Brazil that German fans felt bad after some point in time when more and more goals were happening. And we analyzed basically the data in the arena from all kind of different angles of the fans and could see how people started thinking in the arena about the game and confirm basically they really felt bad at what point in time and compared it also to different other cultures who reacted completely differently. If you apply our technology to child development, we can understand what are the reasons why kids are frustrated because they don't progress in development and can help them to progress there in a targeted way. If you apply it to elderly households, for example, we can understand how automatically support them with daily routines and in critical situations that are happening there because we understand all their behavior in a very rich way. What we are doing, what we did so far is in the last couple of years, we established many products in the area of entertainment. So we're covering all kind of different sports in the meantime with a completely automated AI solution that is analyzing what is happening in live events around the world and automatically creating stories for people to consume basically and be connected to those events in a different way. We created a company called Heat that is right now offering consumer products in that space. We are right now extending this to further entertainment domains like transforming basically how reality shows today are created by putting the technology into those shows. In this year, we're planning to launch additional 3 products in the area of education and well-being, which are basically focused on using the knowledge we gain through human-centered AI about human behavior and emotional behavior to help transform the way how we learn and teach, and also basically to support us in our daily lives by analyzing our behavior to improve our lives in terms of well-being in different domains as you see here. We're building those as standalone products, but also as together with partners, technology partners, as well as partners where we are embedding basically the technology into their products. And so that's our roadmap for 2019. And I would like to close the talk also with another insight we gained through all the projects and solutions we built over time. So it's not only about building new products based on this, but it's also basically by building the product and teaching AI what human behavior is, we are also learning about ourselves and our behavior. Thank you for your attention.